entrepreneur, and a leadership mentor and coach. Please welcome Phyllis with her presentation.
Next week, I understand you are having an evaluation contest. Some of you are going to be contestants. Others of you, I'm sure, are going to be judges. Would that be a fair statement? All right. Well, I'm not going to talk about evaluation contests today, just so you know. What I have been asked to talk to you about, however, is the skill of evaluating a speech. Now, every week that you meet, you have speakers, you have evaluators. For those of you who do the evaluation part, how do you feel about that? Do you feel good that you did exactly what you needed to do? How about the presenters? Did they get from you some really good ideas on how they could take their next speech to the next level? I think I have some tools that can help you with that. I'm going to discuss it. I'm not going to hand out the sheet because I want you to listen to me, but it will be available to you at the end. When I first joined Toastmasters back in 2008, I was a lousy evaluator. I didn't know what I was doing. In fact, the people that I evaluated came to me later and said, "Didn't you have anything that can help me improve?" So like most people, I went to the web to find something that they could use. And I discovered a very, very simple tool that I'm going to share with you today. For most Toastmasters, they believe in the sandwich method, don't they? You've heard that before. Tell me something you really like. In the middle, give me something to grow on, and then wrap it up with a nice bow at the end that sends me on my way feeling really good about myself. Are you all familiar with that method? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's enhance that a little bit. I have a tool that I put together for you. It's not original with me. It's called What I Heard, What I Saw, What I Felt. How many of you have used that? I would expect that you had. So now I'm going to share it with the rest of you. It's a bit of a grid. What I saw, what I heard, what I felt. There are two sides to this. What the person did really well, and the other side is what could they have done differently to take their speech to the next level. When you're listening to to a speaker, I take my pen and I'm listening with this form in hand. And what I do is I'll say, what I heard was that they were very confident up here, and I will write that on the side that says this is what they did well. But I also might have heard them stuttering or repeating themselves or doing a lot of ahs and ums. I would write that on the other side. And I would do that through the saw and the felt. What I saw was that they were pacing back and forth, just as you see me doing up here. A lot of us do that when we're nervous. So I would put that on the opportunities for improvement, what they could do better next time. But what I also saw was some great gestures. They gestured here and they gestured there, and their gestures were congruent. You know what the word congruent means? It means they match what they're saying. And I would write that on the good side. You with me so far? You're awful quiet. Yeah. I want to hear a couple of woohoos out there if you hear anything that fits. Okay. So the last category on this page is what I felt. Did their speech tug at me? I heard a couple today, and I thought, woohoo! I would write that. They touched my heart, and I would put that on the good felt side. But on the other hand, if they were up here and they were kind of meek and they wouldn't look at the audience, I might have felt that they were really nervous. And I might write that on the side for improvement. Now on this form, evaluators, of course, are paying attention to the person that they're evaluating. Would you agree? So all you're going to do, you're not going to write a thesis on this little bit of paper. What you're going to do is just take a quick notes, because you're going to use this as the basis for your evaluation. Now, once you've got your notes, then what you don't do, folks, is you don't stand up here and read your notes. First off, you can't see me. But what you can do is you can look at it and you can say, Josiah, what I heard today was passion. What I saw, though, or what I heard was an anger in there that you might want to temper down a little bit, unless it serves you well. What I saw was a young woman up here who really has a message that she wants the audience to hear. And she gestured very well and she spoke very well. But I would suggest that next time maybe a little bit wider gestures. Maybe address the audience here. Maybe address the audience here. And what I felt again was the passion. But I also felt that this is someone who needs to get her message out to the world. She needs to take it beyond this room. Now, I may have written down several more items on my page, but I only have 2 to 3 minutes, don't I, to give an evaluation. So I'm going to only talk about the top of mind, what's the most important pieces on this page. And what you can then do with this page, because you're also doing a manual evaluation, tuck this into the manual and give it to them. It's your gift to them along with your evaluation, so they can take it later and they can review everything else that you had to say. Not only will that make you a better evaluator, but it will focus your evaluations so that the next time you are a presenter up here, you can expect to get that kind of feedback from your evaluator. On the back of the form, just to give you a few tips, learn the objectives of your speaker. If you don't know what their objectives are far beyond the manual, how can you evaluate them effectively? So if they come up here and their objective is to get a message out, to tug at the heartstrings, think about that. Did that work? Were your heartstrings tugged? Consider the level of the speaker. Are they someone fairly new to the club? Or are they someone who's been here a long time? Remember that a brand new person is scared. Most of us, when we're brand new, we're a little afraid of the evaluation. That's why we don't get up here very often. So be kind. Give them a nice evaluation. Encourage them to come back, because oftentimes we lose people because of our evaluations. If it's somebody that's a little more experienced, go dig a little deeper. Let them know that you liked what they did, but here's something that will really make it go to the next level. So use that. Be truthful. How often do we hear, oh, that was wonderful, there's nothing you can improve. I don't know what to say. Well, that doesn't help, does it? Because we actually grow when we fall down and we get back up and we keep going. Remember, it's your opinion. It's not everybody's opinion in the room. So saying something like, well, I'm sure all of you agree with me that, well, not necessarily so. So it's only your opinion. And presenters realize that it is only that person's opinion. And you don't have to accept everything they say. But pull those nuggets out, those little gold nuggets that are going to help you improve, and hang on to those. Always avoid absolute statements. I just gave you an absolute statement. Because statements like you should never are not necessarily so. It depends on the circumstances. One of my absolute favorites is if you give someone an evaluation, be absolute. Tell them why you think the way that you do. Because they need to be able to weigh your opinion, it's your evaluation that you're giving, but why do you think they should do something different? That will help that person grow and thrive and become a much better speaker, which we all want to be. And the last thing that I would say, and I'm going to give you these sheets, is evaluate as often as you can. When you're sitting in a room and you're not the evaluator that day, evaluate anyway. And the reason why you do that is because you are then gauging what you saw against what someone else saw, and you will become a much better presenter and evaluator. Back to you.
All right. Are people waiting for the final results? Excited?